Hi everyone, and welcome to this interview with me. So I am Daniel Todd. I am the resident choreographer for Gandeys. Sorry that it was 2 minutes late. It's the technology. We love it. Yes, so I work as the resident choreographer, and I work with everyone in Gandeys very closely with the artistic director Philip Gandy and also Carol Gandy. I work very close to try and help with their vision of their production shows. So I thought to get things going, as I'll talk a little bit about me, just a little bit, that I started my training as I went to dance college in London. I went to Doreen Bird's and I did my degree and did my training, and then I went away and I performed, and I was very lucky to work all over the world, which I was very fortunate to do that. So that's a little bit more, and I'll probably add a little bit more into this during the interview, because once I get going, we'll be fine. Now, I'm going to look at some of the questions. So, hi Tracy, I've seen one here. How long have you done your job for Gandeys? Right, good question. It has been now 9 years. That'll be 10 years next year. I mean, where has a decade gone? Amazing. And I've been around the world. I've choreographed a variety of productions, from the Ladyboys of Bangkok, Chinese State Circus, Cirque Surreal, trying to think, lots, Spirit of the Horse, shows out in Hong Kong, shows out in Singapore, Gandeys obviously in England, in the United Kingdom, and also in the islands and everywhere. But I've managed to do a lot of different things that not many choreographers get to do. If you didn't have a job, what job would you have? If you didn't have this job, what would you? I don't know, Libby. I really don't. This is what I've trained for. This is my life. Other job, probably cabin crew. I'd like to try cabin crew. Amazing. But have you got your favourite show that you've done choreograph for Gandeys? Oh, Diane, now, and I know you know our shows. I love them all individually. Probably my one where we start with, where it takes a lot of preparation between everyone, and I have to try and get into Philip's brain straight away, is the Ladyboys, because that's a big UK tour. It goes to some amazing place. It's seen by hundreds, thousands of people. So I think it's very important to get that one right. So I love that one. What do I like most about my job? Will be working with the artists and the creative team and everybody from box office to managers, to Carol Gandy, to Philip Gandy, to the Gandy family, and also all the artists, all the amazing people from around the world that bring this together. Hi Daniel, how are you? I'm good. Yes, I'm good. Oh, Chelsea, yes, I miss you too. Hi. Oh, Chico, one of our amazing clowns. Not just a clown, he does everything, and he was one of the first people when I started to work for the company that really made me feel welcome and give me some real good praise. And also, sometimes I do ask Chico as well, like, how does that look? Because in Circus, what I've learned is that, yes, I'm choreographing it, but the people that I'm working with have done it for a lot longer. So I'm a firm believer in if I trust that person, I'm going to ask them and I'm going to say, does this feel right? Do you feel right in the ring? Does it feel right? And that's how I work as well. That's how I get try and make things better every time. That's more the circus I'll do that with. Who is your favourite clown? Tracy, I cannot say that because they're all my favourite, because I work with them all. And I have made clowns dance in production numbers. So every clown likes me. Is that right? Clowns have worked with me. But yeah, really, really, really don't have a favourite clown. I love them all. What is your, so Libby, what is your favourite thing at Ladyboys of Bangkok? What is your favourite thing? The material that's given to me by Philip Gandy. And what's my favourite thing? The audience. Seeing that audience reaction, that very first show, and have we done it right? And yeah, there's no better feeling. No better feeling. Rebecca, what's your favourite dances you have done on the Ladyboys? Ooh, so me and Philip always ask each other this. My favourite dance probably... Well, I haven't got a favourite. I loved the Frozen finale. And I also loved... I nearly said something for this year's, or when we see the show, because there's some amazing stuff. But no, every year, and I love Nicki Minaj. Yeah, I love it. Trevor's great. We're in contact with Trevor. Yeah, he's fine. He's Trevor. Doing great. Oh, thank you. Velda, you're doing thank you for that. Nearly happy first birthday to Joe's little treasure. Yeah. What's that? What's in these stuff? All right. God, I'm reading loads of stuff here, everyone. That's amazing. Tracy, that's good. Have I ever been in the show of Gandeys or ever been in the ring? Actually, no, I have not. So, when I started with the company 9 years ago, nearly 10, I had to learn from scratch. And that's one thing I love. I love in life, learning things new. And so I had to learn from scratch. I had to ask every question, do my research, what would like to perform in a ring, different to a stage, a pros. And yeah, and then also I had to speak to Philip a lot to see when we were starting with new ringmasters, like what do we look for? And I'm constantly always asking that. Always asking that as well. What is it that makes a good artist? It makes a good ringmaster. It makes a good circus artist. What is my proudest career achievement? I've got two. One is last year I was awarded a Carlisle Award for choreography, which is like they call it like the Oscars of the dance world. I was very fortunate and very proud of that. Secondly, I've got a few, but one of them was when we took the Chinese State Circus to the London Palladium and put it on the stage. It was for ITV and it was amazing. The day was amazing. Yeah, that was a really proud moment. Right. Rachel, good question. Well, me and Philip and I go out to Thailand. So I actually choreograph the show out in Bangkok in February. And then we have a dance captain out there and we have people that watch it, that watch the rehearsals and clean it. I have, and we're very strict with who does that and what work needs to be done on it. And I actually watch it all the time over it. So I'm constantly on it. I'm getting videos from Thailand. I am looking for detail. I'm saying sort that out, change that constantly, all through the year, to be fair. Right, Joe, how long does the process take? They're all very different. Ladyboys takes a long time because we have to get that right. There has to be the feel-good factor in the whole of that show. So that one, I would say, we start talking about things. Well, I start asking Philip little bits from when we're even over there doing the show before for next year's. And the same with the circuses, I'm asking, and Philip works way in advance. So I can always try and get something out of him to get me thinking, because my ultimate job is to get that vision that the company have for the show over so they like it and it works for them. Samantha, what keeps you motivated? Life. What keeps me motivated? I love an audience. I love, especially in the circus, when you see live entertainment and you see an audience reaction, there's no better thing in the world. Yeah, and it's feedback, and it's seeing the audience come in to the performances. It's addictive. What is your favourite country you have been to, and is it a challenge trying to engage with a different culture audience? Yes, that's a very, very good question. So with that, we have to be very careful in certain countries that we get things across. So things that we might, things that might work for an English audience might not work over in, say, for example, in Hong Kong. So it's again doing our research and seeing what they like. So doing your research before you go, and also sometimes in them first few shows, does that work? And being able to change. So if the first show goes out and we think, oh, maybe that didn't work, or we can push that, then it's another rehearsal. Always a rehearsal. Yeah, till you get it right. That's the key. Nothing's finished and done. It's all until you get it absolutely right. Rachel, so do you think the Ladyboys of Bangkok... Right, so will be coming this year. I mean, that is the million-dollar question. Yet again, obviously, there's a show ready to go, which I have to say, with the material and this year is just amazing. I do think that the show is very special, but again, we're sticking with, like the whole country and what's right to do, we're sticking with the government guidelines, and as soon as anything is said, then I'm sure that the wheels will keep turning, and we will try, we're all up in the air in this crazy time. I've decided to call it crazy time because there's a lot of negativity. Well, we just have to get on with it. And yeah, so yeah, whenever though, there's a treat in store for you all. And what's my favourite country? I didn't answer that one. Sorry, Mariska. Probably Thailand, Bangkok. It's got a... special place in my heart, that the culture, everything about it is great. Oh, I've had someone do your signature dance move. So everybody out there who's done a show with me would be this. And open. And I will have lots of artists out there doing that right now. Yeah, I love it. Oh, so I've got some artists on here asking me who's the best dancer. Well, we'll wait until we're back into rehearsals, and then I'll tell you all. So how do I manage to communicate with all the different languages? Well, I try my best, and if you... so basically, in a rehearsal, if I have to say 8 times, I will. And you'll usually hear me going, is there a translator around? And everyone sort of already knows what I'm saying, but I think some people sometimes just try and look the other way because I'm usually telling them off for going the wrong direction or having a count wrong. Because what we do at Gandeys is that everybody, and that's what the ultimate, especially with the circus, and that's of ultimate importance, is our production numbers are the key feature, and then Philip builds the show, but then production numbers, so everybody has to move, has to dance, and that has been something we have worked so hard on and achieving. I'm going to say that we are achieving. Then production numbers have everybody in, no one is left out. Have you thought about doing a drive-in circus like this online from Brazil? Things are always happening, always around. So let's see. Do you know what? In the profession we are in, the arts is such a bit. Everybody's constantly thinking. We're all off at the moment because obviously of what's going on. Creativity, we are going to come back bigger and better. Oh, Mark, is producing a show for Circus Star different than the show? Yes, it is, Mark. So, Mark's asked, is producing a show for Circus Star different than other shows considering it as a different audience? Absolutely, Mark. It is one of my little favourites. Circus Star rehearsals make me smile from start to finish. All rehearsals do, but Circus Star, because you know that show is going to touch different people's lives in different ways, and it's just a little gem. For people that have seen Circus Star, you'll know what I mean. It is just, you walk into that tent, you see that ring, see the artist, and there's just a different atmosphere in there. There's the warmth, there's the love, and yeah, I love it. I love Circus Star. My favourite dance style is probably modern, and I trained in classical ballet and probably jazz, like modern jazz dance, but all of it. You have to be able to do all of it, or put your hand to it. And also know that if it's not if it's not like my forte, doing the research that it is my forte in the end. So getting it right, because that's what's important. Reach Circus Star, that's what, yeah. Special. And sign language. I had to do sign language. I'd never learnt sign language. So that was really, really important to get right. And we have some amazing artists that keep on top of training for that as well, just to make sure that it's right and it's current with what's happening with the sign language, etc. So that's very important. Yes, we miss you, Chico. Yes. Loves modern dancing and attends regular classes. Keep that up, Diane. Yes, that's good for your daughter. Well done, Angel. Yes, keep up the hard work. I do teach dance as well, so I know there's a lot of people out there doing online classes, and that's great. Keep up your training. Keep up your training. I'm just trying to read. It goes very fast on here, and I hope everybody out there is doing okay with this crazy time that we are going through. So just to talk a little bit more about the other shows that we've worked on. So it gets crazy. I'm going to give you a little bit of a insight. So sometimes we'll have about 4 or 5 shows ready to go out to different places. So you'll have your, we do the Butlins circuses in the summer. So we have 3 of them to go out in a very short period of time. So we're on the road constantly. At the same time as that, we've got the Gandeys going out. And then we'll have a show going out in the autumn. And then we'll be going over to Hong Kong or wherever, usually at Christmas time. It's crazy, and you have to keep. I've got different books, different files of what you, because what I never want to do is do the same thing for the same productions. I want everything to always be fresh, new, and all the artists will say that sometimes they will come into a rehearsal and might use like 10 seconds of what's probably been a 10-minute number previously. Is it going to be the same? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because I want everything to be original, fresh, and again, I work so closely with Philip to get things right and to get what's going on in Philip's creative mind across to that ring or that stage, to make sure that it's the right product that we are giving out to our audiences. Yeah, and it's that famous saying, which I absolutely love, may all your days be circus days. I say that on a regular basis because it just makes me smile, and it's so true. Oh, that's good, Jasmine. Yep, keep up with your classes. Keep up with your classes. Chico's online and he said he thinks he's the best dancer. Well, Chico, you've been working hard on that over the years. Yep, definitely. Do you find yourself coming up with new material around lockdown? Good question. Absolutely. I'm very fortunate where I live in the country that I live right on the beach. So I get to walk out, music in, and yeah, I mean, the brain is going and constantly, and I think I've probably choreographed about 3 Broadway shows walked along the beach because it's good. You have got, and I've been exercising a lot as well. You've got to keep the mind fresh. You've got to keep it going, because I can't come out of this and not have any ideas. I've got to be running to the nearest studio to really get in there and create. Oh, so look how happy I am. Yeah, well, you've got to be. Oh, yeah. So I've just seen online here, we have our amazing lighting designer, Jose, here. Yeah, Jose, back to you there. It is amazing. The team, when we're all together, is electrifying, and yeah, I just love it. It's amazing to be in that rehearsal, and we're all throwing things around, ideas. Yeah, try that. Let's try that. Let's bring that in, and usually we create way more material, which is the best way. It's always easier to take things away than it is to add things, because once you start adding things to something that's been created, you maybe don't, you've lost the train of thought, so to speak. So we always create over, and then we have to bring it down. But we always seem to use it somehow. Libby, I think Chico will love you for that. Chico, I am the best dancer. So a few little other things as well is that a lot of you out there who are watching this, who come and see Gandy productions, you probably won't ever see me, hardly, because we work the rehearsals, work the first show, usually do a rehearsal the next day, and then we disappear because we're going into our next job, our next production. So it's so important. I do look a lot on social media to see how all of the shows are going down. Have we done our job? And I'm constantly in contact with Philip all through the year, asking, how is it this? And also I like to get feedback and go, actually, Daniel, we need to work a little bit more on this. Can we go and rehearse that? Are you free there? So we're constantly keeping the product to its highest level for the audiences, because every audience member deserves that first show. That's one of my biggest things in my whole job, in my whole career, is that I don't know in that audience who's seen live entertainment before. So everyone in that audience deserves the best performance they can give, and that every performer on there is loving what they're doing. I have no time for followers, I call them. I have no time for that. Everybody has to be up. Everybody has to be ready. Everybody has to be committed to the material. It's not sometimes the material that was set. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's believing in the product, in the show in the end. And we have got the best leader for that, Philip, in driving us forward, keeping current, keeping everything. Usually, he hits ideas before other things come along, and we go, "Wow, we did that last year," which is a great place. Which is a great place to be. And again, it's keeping on top of everything, keeping on top of what's happening everywhere. I know, Jasmine, that is so right. We can't wait for all the shows to be back. And with you. I'm with you. I'm with you with Gandeys. I think that everybody in entertainment, though, is also hoping that, is wanting the whole of entertainment to come back as a whole. We all do. Everything. If it's West End to Broadway to across the world, we want entertainment back. And so much we want it back with Gandeys. I am missing all the team. I work very closely with a lot of artists throughout the year, like a lot of artists from across the world. I find myself very fortunate that I get to work with so many different people from so many different cultures, and me learning constantly. I learn every day. I learn every time. Every time I work with these artists, I learn something new. Yeah, and some of them run a mile when they see me because they know the rehearsals are going to be going to be long. Yes, I don't have short rehearsals. We work until it's done with all the breaks, correct breaks. Yeah, we do give breaks, but there's no such thing in my head, and I know definitely Philip's. There's no such thing as that'll do. Absolutely not. Like I keep saying, and I won't stop saying it, the product, the production is the most important thing for that audience. Whatever we have to do to make that the best it can be, we do. How many languages do I speak? Funny face there. None really. I mean, obviously, over the years, I've picked up certain little bits. Nobody asked me on here to do any because I have to really think about it, and it's a confidence thing. But the lady boys do have a laugh with me, and sometimes they will do anything, and if I don't say it in time, especially the 5, 6, 7, 8. But yes, I've picked up on the way, which has been quite interesting. Oh, Tracy, are you strict? I just want the best out of everybody. So that's all I'm going to say on that one. I have a vision, and you have to go with me in that vision. If you're off, you're off. For a second, I'll know. I'll know if you're not with me in the rehearsal, and I'll pick up on it. Andrea, Livy's saying, Andrea, you are the best, the best dancer. Now, me and Andrea in rehearsals, that's an interesting one. I love her to bits, but she will try her best to make her character in the productions, to get away from any dance steps. But the last few years, Andrea is fully a dancer. What would your dream show be to bring alive with choreography? What would my dream show be? A big variety show of all different different acts, different artists, and an opener. Basically, what we do. And just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what we constantly do. We get bigger and bigger and bigger. Can you do a Scottish accent? Never seen Ladyboys before, but heard they're fantastic. David, I can't do a Scottish accent. And if I tried now, I'm sure Facebook would put me off. Do I ever get peeved off in rehearsals? Yes, I do. Like all of us. If you've got a vision and you're having one of those days, maybe the traffic was bad getting into work, and you come in and you're like, I just want it to work. But then what you have to do, and I've had to learn this, you take a deep breath. We're all human. We all have emotions and we all want the best. And how you're going to get the best is work together as a team. And that's the word, a team. Yeah, and also that makes work a lot better. When you walk in to a rehearsal, I always say it's like a mirror. So if I walk in positive and raring to go, that's what I'm going to get back from the artists. If I walk in and I've got an issue, then I'm giving them vibes off. I always say, there's a famous thing I say, and I go, we can be radiators or we can be drains. Radiators give off heat, lots of positive heat. Sometimes they need bleeding, that's a down day, but they give off heat. Drains, negative people. I don't want to work with them. Yeah, drains, all the rubbish goes down the drains. So there we go. Be a radiator, do not be a drain. What is your favourite thing about Andrea, Libby? Andrea is a beautiful artist to work with, listens to all directions, is very, very professional, and yeah, just great character to be around. There's lots of questions coming in, very interesting. Are we coming back as we were meant to see? I know there's a lot of people, Betty, were meant to see these shows. I'm so sorry, but it's not forever. It's not forever. Yeah, we've got to keep with that. It's not forever. It's something we all have to do, and we've got to do it. Yeah, but we'll be back. We will be back. I've got a few more. They go so quick on here. I think I've missed a few. If there's anything else anybody wants to ask me, they can. I'm missing a lot of people here, and a lot of people are saying it back, and it's great. So I'm just looking now. Oh yeah, Bippo. Now he's a character to work with. Great. Again, totally professional, which that's what you need. Oh, there's so much positive here. And also, what I will say to everybody out there, if you do like like all of these Facebook Lives, get onto them, because you learn so much. I've been watching loads while I've been off, because usually I'm on the road, and you learn so much about different people and what their thoughts are, because like me doing this now, you would never hear from me. It's only the cast that ever hear from me. Right, let me just read that one. So Rachel, hold on. If the Ladyboys about to come back to the UK this year, will you do the show next year? That's a completely new show again. So, again, we can't make any decisions like that because we don't know yet. So that was basically, if the Ladyboys don't come this year, they'll come back next year. Will it be this year's show or will it be a brand new show? We will work and you will get the best production possible. Not possible, you will get the best production of the Ladyboys. So do not doubt yourself on that one. Yeah? Or do not doubt us, because we will definitely bring you first class productions all the time. It doesn't matter if it's this year, next year, whenever. You will always get the best. Where's my favourite place to travel? For work, like I said, I think it's Bangkok. My place to travel is... so I've got a few different places. I do love, and I only went the other year, but I love Krakow. And I had an amazing time at Krakow. Some like great memories made. And also I went to Cape Verde. I loved that. And yeah, there's a list. I like travelling, so every year I love the show no matter what. Rachel, that is lovely, and that is the kind of feedback that I like to hear, and I think the whole company likes to hear. So yeah, anything else, anyone? I've got things coming through. I'm trying to read them. So we work very closely as well. So yes, we do have dancers in the show, professional dancers, and that is a very important task when we're picking them, selecting them, because I like to have characters within the cast, especially with the dancers. I like to pick people who are going to get on with it, are going to enjoy it, going to embrace, especially with if we're working with the circus. And embrace that lifestyle. But yes, the dancers are a great asset. We do love them at Gandeys. So yeah, that's great. Right. So I hope I've answered a lot of questions, and I've tried to give you a little bit about me as well. I just want to say to everybody, keep safe. Keep doing what we're getting told. We've been in this a long time now, so let's just keep going and keep following the rules. Entertainment will be back, definitely. We can't put dates on things yet, but no one can. But when we do come back, it will be bigger and better than ever. So from me, I'm going to go now, everyone. It's Sunday night. I need to get my dinner. I've just done a 22-mile bike ride. Yep. So I need my dinner and a glass of lemonade, maybe. It's been an absolute pleasure. Keep smiling, everyone. Keep looking after each other. And from me, Daniel, resident choreographer for Gandeys, and the whole Gandy organisation, keep safe. We will be back, and may all your days be circus days. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.